So hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, your go-to destination for mastering data analytics step by step. You're watching video 15th of our data analytics series, and this is one we are diving into super powerful concept in SQL, which is aggregate functions. So whether you're trying to sum up the sales, calculate the average score, or identify the highest and lowest values in your data, aggregate functions are your best friends in SQL. So if you are serious about becoming a data analyst, this is something you will be using almost every day. So stay with me till the end because we are going to cover everything from sum function, average, count, min to max with real world use cases and examples. And hey, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we are on a mission to make you a data pro one video at a time. So as you can see, the first thing is what are aggregate functions. So let's start with the basics. So aggregate functions are in SQLs are basically used to perform calculations on a group of rows and return a single summary value. It used to perform a calculation on a group of rows, right? As you can see, group of rows, it will perform calculations. Let's say you want to perform a sum of entire salary of employees. So you will use aggregate function called as sum. Similarly, will this whole aggregate function as general is used to perform calculation on group of rows and return a single summary value. Single means one value will be returned. For example, average, sum, mean or max value, right? So this is the what aggregation means. So they are super helpful when you need quick insights from large data sets, because if you have large data set and you want the maximum salary of the entire employees or the highest marks in the subject, right? So then you can't just go and keep finding, okay, this guy has scored or this person is earning this much. But with the help of database, you can just directly do aggregation with the help of max function, right? So this is how it works. It makes it super easy, right? And also average customer satisfaction, minimum and maximum temperature of room, or maybe the, you know in general, if you want to find the city's temperature, you can use that, right? So they are most commonly used with group by clause. This aggregate function basically I'm discussing, and but they can also be used alone. These functions follow some SQL standards. So whether you are working with MySQL, PostgreSQL, whichever database management system, not an issue. Oracle, SQL Server, SQLite, whatever you're using, the logic will stay the same, almost same. One or two uh, the syntax might differ, like sometimes you might have to use offset, limit. We will be discussing later on. I mean, some most of the same things are same here. So yeah, so now let's discuss one by one. So what is sum function? So yes, so let's directly go to our whiteboard and then we'll discuss things. Okay. So yeah, as you can see over here, so first we will be discussing min function, right? As you can see. Okay. So what min function is basically is, min function is used to find the minimum value, right? For example, when you want to find the lowest or highest value in the data set, you'll use, for highest you'll use max, lowest will use min, right? So how will do the write the syntax of min? So let's have write one example. Select min of column name, whatever is the name of your column if you want to find out, and from table name. So it will give the minimum of that column values. Let's say if you have used salary here, so you will get the lowest salary, minimum salary from that database table. So similarly for max also you can use the same thing. For example, if the max is over here, so you can use the same thing over here as well. So similarly you can use for max as well. And count also we can use some example. Let's say you have and count is something which comes the most commonly used aggregate functions. Most often we use this count along with, if you want to find how many times that occurs. For example, the count of for example, if you want to find the duplicates of any numbers, then we'll use count, right? So this count is in SQL database is very common and it is used very commonly. Let's understand with one example. So let's just select count of a star. Let's say we are writing star means entire rows will be counted. We are not counting any specific column. Entire column and rows, I mean entire rows will be counted from all the database. So we are writing a start from table name, whatever table name we have given, whatever table we have created, from that table it will count. Or we can simply write as select count of column name from table employee, or instead of star we can write, let's say, count of, let's say, student id. Whatever column we are using, we can just count it, and with the help of that we can actually find the duplicates. And if you are using distinct here, as I told, duplicate, right? So we can use for that distinct. So that we'll discuss duplication later on, or else. And other function, as you can see, is sum and average. So what sum actually means, so you can, sum basically means what, addition of entire thing, I mean, uh, cumulative sum, or whatever you call. For example, let's understand, which is select sum of table name from table name. Oh, I'm sorry, here it will be a column name from table name. So whatever column sum you want to find out, you can do with the help of sum function. So sum will use to add, right? For example, sum of salary, sum of whatever you are taken. Let's say you have taken some of scores, or average sum of scores. By this also, we like, in general, if you go in programming language, how we'll do, we use some function, right, to find the average or mean, whatever we call. In python we have other things like numpy and all that, we will discuss later on. But in SQL we have a different function for average, finding average, and different for sum. We cannot directly find average with the help of sum, right? So sum function is used to basically calculate the entire, for example, how much sell is made by the company, or by the mall, or some supermarket has made some sell, right? So then we'll do the sum function to calculate entire, that amount. For example, day one we sold some 10,000 rupees for 20,000 rupees. So entire for 1 year, how much it's going to be. So you can just write sum function, an entire column. It will calculate the, for example, 1 year thing you was summing. So in just few seconds, or 1 to 2 seconds, you are getting the sum of your entire thing, right? How easy this database has made things. So this is how sum works. And similarly average as well. So in average also, it will just help you to calculate the average value of numeric. Let's say you want to calculate the average score of for your entire subject, right? Like average of, let's say, score, for example, let's say you have a table called as a student. So by this way, you will average score will be calculated. Let's say you, suppose you are having a score column in your student table, right? Sorry, score column in your student table. So by doing AVG of score, you will get an average score, and here you can name it as average score. You can take alias as average score. So a new column will be made, and then your average score will be printed over there. So it will, you'll get it as new column, or else the name will be the average score, so it looks weird, right? So we'll just give it an alias so that it looks clean, and there will be some clarity in the things whatever we are writing. And writing a clean query or clean code is very important for any software engineer, or even if you're a data scientist or data analytics analyst. So that is how these aggregate functions are, and I hope you understand these aggregate functions. And yes, let's get back to our PPT. Already we discussed aggregate sum functions, right? It's calculate the total value of a numeric column, as you can see. Okay, on this side. Okay, let's choose a pane. Yeah. So purpose, as you can see, calculates total value of a numeric column. Example, it's written over here, sum of sales amount. As I told, you want to find the cumulative sales in the supermarket, or in a business, or any, for example, let's say a big organization as well, like Walmart or something like that, Amazon. So you can use these things again, this select some small amount and all. So now let's come to the average functions. So average functions commute, as you can see, right? So okay, okay, what is this? I'm so sorry. Yeah. So average function, what it does, it computes the average value of a numeric column useful for finding the mean in data sets such as grade or sales figure, right? Grade, I just gave that if you want to calculate the cumulative grade. For example, your college might be having CGPA system, right? So let's say in first semester you got 8 CGPA, in second semester you got 8.6, in third you might have got some 8.4, and in fourth you might get up 9 CGPA. So if someone will tell you to find out the cumulative CGPA, then what will be the cumulative CGPA? 33 point, just calculate it. Yeah, it's 34, right? So it's 34 divided by 4. How much it is? 8.5. So your aggregate CGPA here comes to 8.5 CGPA, right? So similarly, you can calculate the average of your other things as well, like average of marks or sales figure as written over here. So average sales made in first quarter or second quarter, right? So similarly, we can calculate for other things as well. So this was all about average functions. And now we have come to the count. So as we already discussed, the count is used to count the number of rows. Okay, nothing happening over here. Okay. So count functions, okay, okay. So basically, it's essential SQL for evaluating how many rows meet certain criteria. If you want to count on some basis criteria, you can just give some conditions, right? And the effective data analysis decision making, it helps in decision making as well, right? It returns the number of rows matching a specified criteria, as I already mentioned, right? It counts the number of rows, count of this. And if you are mentioning some criteria, for example, in our example, we didn't mention any criteria, but you might give some criteria as you can see over here. See, they have given example, select count of star from table name. It will give the total count of the rows from that table, right? And similarly, you can see column name, the same thing that I explained already. And to count employees, see that they have written over here, this star means the entire rows will be selected, entire rows will be counted. So this is how count functions, count aggregate function works. Understanding mean and max functions are essential for data analysis. Their user, okay, cool. So the smallest and largest value, as I already mentioned, right? You want to find the highest score in the college or something like that. So or is highest salary of an employee, so or minimum salary or lowest salary, highest salary. Anything you can find with the help of mean and max value. Mean for smallest value, max for largest value. So as you can see, table name, max of column name from table name. So this is the query that we already explained. So this is how it works. So I hope you have already understood. I have explained everything with the help of examples. And now let's move to the next slide. So practical use cases like business reporting, as I mentioned, right? You can just create a business reports with the help of that, and data quality analysis. The count will check the completeness of the data sets, ensuring all the necessary records are accounted for. This count will actually help you to count the number of rows and to maintain how much if the rows are missing or not. So it's actually very helpful in maintaining the integrity of the data sets. Performance metrics, organization leverage average to assets, average performance against benchmark. For example, your business wants to, you have some particular goal set, some metrics of your business, right? That I have to achieve this much average target. For example, average sales target. So with the help of this average, you will actually be able to find out your performance benchmark, like what is the what is the achieved things and what is the goal. So goal set you can do with the help of these functions. So this is actually really very helpful. Data quality analysis, of course, it helps in that, and business reporting as well. So yeah, this was all about this wonderful opportunity and a wonderful, I mean, say, uh, wonderful aggregate function that we just learned. And next step is like start practicing some functions on real world data sets like cell, students, HR, anything you can get hands on. So yeah, that's it for today's video. This is 15th in our data analytics series. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel for the notes for daily job updates or career tips. And if you got any question or want a mini project based on this, drop it in the comment below. I'll respond to everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for Tech and turn on notification bell because we are just getting started. The next videos are going deeper into SQL and beyond that. So until next time, for onwards, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.